Well, you see, here's the thing. Terrible. Wait, no, what am I kidding? It was horrible. I don't know. Hey guys, it's Emma, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be predicting my GCSE results because they come out in like 2 weeks. You're gonna see us probably closer to results day because I'm gonna upload this later, but it's the 5th of August and I'm going to predict them because I'm gonna upload my results, like a video about my results. I want to compare them to my results and see like how, you know, if things changed or not. Yeah, before I get into this, I just want to say that I'm not trying to brag. I literally have watched every single video on this thing on YouTube. Like every single one is like watched, or like has that like red line to show that you watched it. It's pretty sad. And I love watching them. So hopefully you guys will find this interesting and comment down below your predictions, what you think you're gonna get. Also, I want to say that success is relative. For some people, a 6 may be like amazing, but some people will be disappointed in a 6. You know, it really depends the person, so don't come at me if I'm like, oh, I want to get this grade, I'll be disappointed if I get this grade, and you're like, what? Like, it's all relative to the person. So I'm just going to read out my predictions, and then after that I'm going to delve into each exam. Oh my god, so cringy. Okay, so I'm going to start with the basics, which is maths, English and science, and then I'm going to go to my options. My prediction for English literature is a 6. My prediction for English language is a 6 or a 7. Honestly, it could go either way. So my prediction for maths is a 9 or an 8. I'm not exactly sure. Oh my gosh, I forgot to predict grade for science. Then my options, so I did geography, music, classics and Spanish. Classics is classical civilization, so kind of like ancient history with a bit of English literature, and because we do literature, which... My prediction for Spanish is a 7, or it could be a 6. I'm really hoping it's 7. My prediction for geography is a 7, or it could be an 8, or it could be a 6, or it could be a 5, could be a 9, could be a 2, could be a 3, I don't know. And then my prediction for music is also a 7. And lastly, my prediction for classics, this is one I don't think I'm gonna pass, honestly, a 4. Like, oh my gosh, it's just not the subject for me. I am very bad at it. I'm very, very, very bad for it. Honestly, did not work that hard. I kind of like neglected the subject. I know we all like neglect a couple subjects, that's what I neglected. Oh my god, I really hope I pass that. I probably won't pass that, to be honest. Oof. After each exam, I wrote a bit about the exam. So on my notes, I have like a little thing of all my exams. Okay, so maths. Paper 1 I found really good. There are a couple questions of course I couldn't do because like you can't do the whole paper, but that went really well and I was actually really happy about that because it was like quite early on in the exam season, so I wasn't like totally like exhausted. The second maths exam did not go well at all. Just not a good paper, and you know when you're so frustrated when you work so hard to get a certain grade or in a subject and then it just doesn't pay off. So English literature, right. I never really worked for literature. I always just hated it, like I just didn't like it. And so I think I started working like 2 weeks before the exam. Did Spectacles, Great Expectations, Poetry, Macbeth. The first exam, so I was in the Spectacles and Great Expectations, was actually okay. Wait, no, what am I kidding? It was horrible. Literally everyone came out of the exam hall like, oh, that's actually really good, you know, that was a good exam. I was like, that was shit. And then paper 2, that was the one that went well. I was surprised by how well it was, even because I literally, the night before the exam, and this was the poetry exam, I didn't know any of the poems. So I was really surprised that it went well. I would be happy with a 6 because I deserve it because I really didn't put any work into it ever. And then English language I put a bit more work into because I enjoy creative writing and I enjoy it better than literature. So my first exam I said it went pretty well. So yeah, so both exams, the reason I think I got 7s is because the 40 markers, so question 5s, if you do AQA English language, you know, which is basically the whole country. But so the 40 markers, the creative writing ones, went really well for me. So I think I got a 7, but then I messed up some of the shorter questions. So I don't know, honestly. It could go the way. I could get a 6, I got a 7. And then English language 2 also went well. But for the 16 marker, I ran out of time and I wrote 2 paragraphs, which is really bad because it's probably like 4 marks out of 16 because I didn't even compare because it's a compare question, which is not good. Science, I do combined science higher, and I found biology, chemistry quite easy, and then physics is just terrible. Overall, I'm not going to go into depth because there are 6 exams and that would take a long time, but overall I found them well, like good, apart from biology paper 1. AQA, combined science higher, biology paper 1. Oh my gosh, it was literally the worst. It was my first exam, my first GCSE exam, and I was so frustrated. It was an absolute terrible exam. But the rest of a 5 were good, so hopefully I'm gonna get an 8.8. I've looked at the grade boundaries from last year and I'm guessing either an 8.8 or an 8.9. Not exactly sure, but I put so much work into science over the 2 years. It was mainly before mocks in December. I went for the spec and I made these flashcards for every single thing of biology, chemistry, physics. Literally sacrificed so many weekends to revise science. So this is my biology one. I also have them for chemistry and physics. It has totally double-sided of flashcards of every single thing, plus the required practicals, which are there. Okay, let's talk about Spanish. So I do AQA Spanish, and so I did an oral exam, which was before they all started, so speaking exam, listening, reading, writing. But the speaking exam is normally my strongest. I don't know why. I enjoy speaking Spanish. I find it quite fun. So normally I get the best grade in that, and then the rest are like 2-3 grades lower. They kind of bring it all down. So I'd say probably around an 8 in my speaking, listening and reading a 5 or 6, and then my writing is over 7. But what happened, this really annoys me. So I had 2 days of 3 exams in one day. One day I had Spanish, reading and listening, and then physics. Other day I had Spanish, writing, classics and geography on one day, and no one else in my year had that because I was the only one who did that combination. And so I was literally sat in exam hall for like 4 hours that day, and it really annoyed me because it just drained me. And so I did my classics exam, the paper got taken away, I didn't even move, and then I went straight to a Spanish writing exam, which is quite different from classics.
Yeah, no shit, Sherlock.
So it probably might not be my best, but you know, I think it was okay. The thing with Spanish this year is that I found it good, that I found the exams went well, but so did every other person. Like everyone's like, oh, this is surprisingly easy. I mean, good for them, but it probably means that the grade boundaries are gonna be a very high. Okay, so now on to music. We only have 1 exam for music because it's 60% coursework, which is so good because the music exam is terrible. Anyone who does music know that it's so bad. But my coursework, I got my coursework grade back and is good. I'm happy with how it went. It's kind of nice knowing what you get in coursework because then it's less pressure to do well in the exam. My teacher wasn't the best. Maybe he's not, he's probably not watching this. Yeah, that's music. I'm very glad to be finishing that because the lessons were fun but so stressful because I never understood anything. So okay, now on to geography. Geography is just one of those subjects where you have to put so much work into it, and I just feel the exams are really hard. So first one was like living in the UK, second paper is the world around us, and the third one is skills and data analysis and all that stuff.
Hi, I'm
Emma
from
Emmajoyyt,
and you're watching Disney Channel. Ta-da!
Anyways, so the first exam went really well, just mainly because I talked about a certain topic with my friends right before the exam, and it just happened to come up. Like I didn't know it was like almost a page worth of stuff, which I only knew like 5 minutes for the exam. Second exam did not go well. It's not because it was hard, but I was just so exhausted because I had that was my 3rd exam of the day. I had Spanish and classics in the morning, and I had 1 hour break, and I was so exhausted. My brain just wasn't functioning, and I just let myself down really. I think I was just panicking the exam a bit, so that was kind of bad. And the third paper was okay, honestly, I don't even know how skills go. Skills is like something you can't really revise for, but I think it's fine. This is the folder I made for geography. This is all.
And
Anyways, as I was saying, this is my geography folder, and again I put my heart and soul into this. I will be disappointed if I get a 6, honestly, because it was so much work, and especially the field work is quite unnecessary, how much work we do for it, and it's only like 2 questions in the 3rd exam. Oh, now down to classics. Well, you see, here's the thing. I literally didn't really know anything. I didn't really work. We literally finished the course, I think, last week before Easter. But anyways, yeah, overall classics exams were honestly so bad. The grade boundaries from last year were really, really high, but this year we are the first year of the new course, so it could be different, but I don't know. For all I know, I could get a 7, which is not gonna happen. I could get a 2, I could get a 5, I could get a 6, I could get a 4. Honestly, don't know, because we're the first year, so grade boundaries are unknown. And to be honest, the only reason I took classics is because there was no other option, because my school doesn't offer many GCSE options. So that is how I found all the exams. Overall, I am happy with how the exams went. But I basically just sacrificed my whole year to work for them, which I don't regret, because I'm glad that like I tried my hardest in most of my subjects, not all of them. But yeah, if you want me to talk about anything else about school, so like how I revised for this, how I revised for that, let me know down below in the comments. Anyways, yeah, I'll see you guys very soon, hopefully, if I can be bothered to upload. Okay, bye.